What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Everyday Take 365. Man, we got a crazy little show lined up for y'all this week. I'm pretty excited. Obviously, we kind of took a week off last week. We went live for I think it was Game 5 or Game 4 of the ALCS. Yeah, because y'all were just smoking us. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah,
but. We'll get to that. We'll get to Game 7. That was last night. We'll talk about that. But we got another Game 7 tonight in the championship series. What more could you ask for as a baseball fan?
It's great.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about Game 7? How do you think this is gonna play out?
Man, I was really leaning Phillies entering this series, obviously, just based off of last year and how they performed this year, and just kind of because of Diamondbacks, I hadn't really, other than like Ketel Marte, I really couldn't tell you, maybe Zach Gallen, like I couldn't tell you many Diamondback players honestly off the top of my head, because I just don't watch them, and so I just didn't really expect that from them. But going down 3-1, I pretty much wrote them off, and they bounced back tremendously. And Ketel Marte I think has a hit in his first 15 or 16 postseason games or something like that. He's coming up on the record for most consecutive hits to start a postseason career. So he's playing out of his mind. The rest of them have been playing out of their mind. Corbin Carroll, Christian Walker. Still feel like Philly has the better team and the best player in this series with Bryce Harper. And they're playing at home. This could go any direction, 100%. But I think I still kind of like Philly tonight. Overall, I think I'll go Philly. Game 7.
Yeah, it's a tough game to even try to get into, just because of the roller coaster that this series has been.
It's the same exact. It's been the exact same almost. Well, in terms of wins and losses as the other series was, so it's been super back and forth. Yeah,
definitely. I think Philly did get, or the Arizona did win one at home. Mm-hmm. The Rangers failed to do that, but that's why Philly's gonna have to win one at home tonight.
Man, are the Astros wishing they had won the division now? No, I'm just kidding. But.
It's wild how that played out. So I saw 2 times in history that the road team has won every game of a 7-game series, and both times the Astros were on the wrong end of it.
When you boil down a 162-game season into 4 to 7, anything can happen.
Right.
Anything, and that's what's so crazy about baseball is the long season they play compared to how short the postseason is kind of wild to me. But that just leaves it so wide open for anybody that makes the playoffs.
Yeah, and here's the thing: every single one of these teams that were left in the championship series, there was no team that had more than 90 wins. Mm-hmm. We're looking at the 3 teams, the Phillies, the Rangers, and the Astros, 90 and 72, and then the Diamondbacks here at 84 and 78.
Yeah, and the Astros were the only team that had a bye that was left.
It seems like more times than not, the top team is not winning.
I watched some videos on this on YouTube on if the playoff format changes are the reason why this stuff is happening, and what I gathered, it's really not. From what I understand, it's really a 50-50 chance if you're going to win or not. It doesn't really matter what your record is, how good you were in the regular season. You have as good a chance as the team you're facing to win that series just because of how few games you have to play.
Right.
And how crazy it could go. You could have the best pitching season ever, and then your first game out give up 5 runs in the first inning and get yanked, and that's just how it goes. It's crazy, and no one would have thought it, but those things happen way more often than I think people realize.
Right. The crazy thing about this to me, yes, the Astros struggled at home in the,
Yeah, they were about 500 at home.
a little under. They were 39-42. But the Rangers struggled on the road.
Yeah.
So it just
that was the one thing I was kind of hoping would play in their favor, but it did not at all.
It's crazy. I mean, y'all poked the bear when y'all hit Adolis Garcia, though, man. He just went crazy.
Jordan calmed him down. He said, son, come on, son. You don't need to act like that. He said, I'm sorry, Dad.
Nope.
I don't need to. You're right.
He said, I'm sorry, Dad. I'll just hit 3 home runs the next 2 nights.
That make you proud, Dad? He said, damn right, son.
Grand slam? Yeah.
Damn right you did, son. Now go get it. We're proud of you.
Yes, sir. So the Rangers are just waiting on that game tonight. I had the pleasure of being in attendance there at Minute Maid last night.
Yeah, we got to talk about the game of the night last night for sure.
It was
that Niners at Vikings. I mean, it was an amazing game. Everyone thinks the Niners are going to win that game. Obviously, going in, you hear should we be trading Kirk Cousins, this, that, and the other. No Justin Jefferson. What does Kirk Cousins do? He comes out, throws for over 300 yards, balls out. Addison, in the absence of Jefferson, goes absolutely bananas. 2 touchdowns, over 100 receiving yards, and they upset the 49ers at home. I mean, an instant classic on Thursday night. I couldn't think of anything better, really, to witness or to see or to watching the Niners lose and then to watch them lose with the Vikings at home is great. It's great. And so that was just cherry on top of my night.
Yeah, I was just sitting here watching all this celebration.
Were you talking about something else?
Yeah, we were just watching the Rangers.
Were you not talking about that game?
I had it on the screen the whole
What game
time.
were you talking about?
I got to see the whole time they were celebrating at Minute Maid Park. Well, yeah, no, I honestly I had no idea what game you were talking about whatsoever because I was a little preoccupied.
I feel like we're confused then on which games.
For sure, that's okay. There's
there's
no confusion.
Was it hockey? Was it the Stars play?
It was good to see. Simeon. He was consoling a shirtless Altuve on the set.
No, yeah, it's all jokes. It's all love. It's all love. It was a great series. The Rangers did their thing. Game 7. It wasn't even a game really. I'm sure for Rangers fans it was very fun to watch. I'm sure if you just hate the Astros, I'm sure it was fun to watch. If you're an Astros fan, obviously it was not fun to watch. If you were just hoping for some good baseball, it's probably not that fun to watch. But for a Rangers fan, who cares, right? So, not happy for the Rangers. I don't think that unless something crazy happens, I don't think the Astros fall completely off the earth.
No. Not a chance.
But same with the Rangers, unless something. I mean, they need to show up. The only thing they need to do is show up their bullpen, and that starts with getting Scherzer healthy, and then getting DeGrom back, and that's pretty. Right. That's just taking time, That's
you have a guy like Dane Dunning in your bullpen as a reliever, a long middle relief kind of guy. And then there's a lot of things that can be moved around.
Yeah, I always had a lot of injuries.
And it's
the pitching
and that's
side.
Just part of baseball.
Yeah,
100%. I'll never make any excuses about that in any kind of sport. Really, I mean, you just gotta have somebody in line. But that's the thing with Bochy is he had a plan, and you saw 2 of the most legendary managers that you have ever seen.
It was
going at it,
risky, super risky. Just willing to kind of not concede those 3 games, but be willing to lose them if worst came to worst. Just kind of knowing that you and just putting it all on the backs of your guys.
Yeah,
and I mean that shows a lot of belief in your guys, and you have to respect that as a competitor. Him having faith in them, and all you hoped as a Rangers fan was that it didn't work out, but it did, and you got to tip your hat to them. He made the right decision. And they're going to the World Series for sure.
Yeah, we made the decision to go. We traveled 4 hours to go to Minute Maid last night, Josh and I.
You're welcome,
and
Josh.
It was.
I covered for him. That's why he went.
It was insane because the entire drive, I was excited, but obviously very nervous. I'm going to, you don't want to drive all that way. Possibly something bad goes wrong, or even like. I mean, dude, we're playing the Astros, the defending champs, and they have looked
just
really
like the
good.
Rangers. Their bats can wake up at any second. Yeah, we've seen both teams jump out to quick starts, and that's kind of what I felt like. Who would win?
I did, but nobody, not one single Ranger fan on this planet thought that we were going to pop off and get rid of Christian Javier in the first inning. That was the game.
Yeah.
You had to do that.
Yeah, that was it. And once that happened, like you didn't even get it out, brother. You lasted a third of an inning.
Yeah. He got Simeon and then Corey, second batter, home run. It was just.
And that's one thing I want to ask you about is what's going on with Simeon? Well, obviously, he's a Gold Glover, right? His defense, he's a plus defender. But like, are you wondering if they should like move him down in this lineup? Like, is he almost a detriment leading off?
I would move him down.
Well, so what you think? Middle?
I think Evan Carter should be leading off.
Yeah, get a speedster for sure.
And a lefty.
Yeah.
Start off with a lefty, and then you got two lefties starting off, and then you come in with Adolis at third.
It's just like how do you? I mean, I get it. They're men, right? You can do it. They can deal with that. Like they get told they're going to go down in the order. Same happened to Tucker. He was struggling. He got moved down in the order.
Simeon would be down.
Yeah. I mean, if you told him if you told him you'll get a ring out of it, of course he would probably sit on the bench if you told him that. But I mean,
it was. I kind of thought it was interesting because we're sitting there. We rushed down there because we were sitting way up.
Yeah,
and we rushed down there.
Room.
And guys, let me tell you, this was. I'll I probably have some videos of it, but it's not going to be that good because I was doing live Facebook because I was just in the moment and I wanted everybody to embrace it with me. There's probably quite a few that didn't want to, but it's okay. But anyways, I was literally 10 feet away from 3 Hall of Famers. That was pretty cool, and I just didn't understand they pulled up Marcus Simeon, and I was like, man, you're not gonna talk to Adolis Garcia? Yeah. Like, what?
That's kind of weird.
I was blown away. Like this guy just he's literally having a legendary postseason run. He's going to smash the RBI record in a postseason run.
It may be just as English,
maybe, but I mean,
because that could be. I mean, but other than that, I don't see why it would be. Why they wouldn't have him.
I guess, yeah. I mean, but
because he does have a translator. Right?
No. I mean, they didn't. He gave his post when he won the MVP.
See, I feel like whenever he talked about the hit by pitch, there was somebody else that
there might have been. I didn't see that.
I don't know, but that's the only thing I could think of is maybe. But other than that, I don't know why they wouldn't have him, especially about anybody to me besides Simeon.
You're right.
I feel like Simeon,
at this point,
I feel like Simeon
I love Marcus, and you know what? Maybe, but as crazy as it sounds, maybe this is what it takes, and he breaks out and has a it's
this
baseball.
Was just not his series.
He could be the freaking MVP of the World Series. Like that's the way this
series can change. Yeah, this was just not his series, right. and fortunate enough for the Rangers, they didn't need it to be his series.
Right. Well,
because they almost had enough going. Yeah, but and you could even say some of it. He definitely kept the Astros in the series longer than they could have been with his hitting.
Yeah.
And some of his defense, he had a couple errors too in that game where the Astros came back and won off of that Altuve homer where if you make those plays, you probably aren't even in a game 7. But I mean, they won, so it's over with. It's not really, you don't have to look back on it with
yeah. I mean, there's not much more
questions
you
or anything.
I
think both teams are fine with how it played out. You go with what you got, and they went with their best, and the Rangers came out on top.
I'm just, it's just, I try to put my fandom to the side when I do this show. Obviously, I'm a freaking Ranger fan. I'm not going to hide that, but
no, you have to be excited.
Well, yeah, I'm excited, but I just try to say, like, I try to break it down. How did this happen? And I still can't figure it out. I still can't figure out how like the series played out to where that we saw completely different teams in the completely in the opposite ballparks, except for in Game 5. That was only really. Well, I guess in Game 1, I mean, it was 2-0.
Yeah, there was like 2 close games.
Yeah, Game 1 and Game 5 were really our only.
Yeah, it seems like the ball just don't really fly too much in Houston, huh? Jeez.
I mean, I don't know. No comment. Last night it did, but it just.
Yeah, Game 5 it did. Yeah, you're right. Not bad.
Yeah, Game 5, Altuve went yard. I mean, y'all went yard on us almost every. Like crazy in Arlington. So, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just how it went. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, dude, guess what just happened about 21 minutes ago?
What's that?
The NBA season is freaking underway, baby.
I'm excited.
The Nuggets are
Real
up
sports.
on the Lakers. You see, and hey, you know what that means? Ring the freaking bell, baby, because all 3 of the best sports in the world are live in season at the same time. Let's see. We got Game 1 tonight. We got the Nuggets hosting the NBA champion.
Getting their banner.
First time they got the rings.
Getting their ring ceremony. Getting to feel what it's like.
And I'm happy for Jokic.
Taste of it.
You know who I'm a little more happy for, even though I still don't like him?
LeBron James.
Old DeJounte Murray, nah.
Who's that?
That old Murray feller over there in Denver.
Oh, you don't like Murray?
Bro,
you like Jamal Murray?
Bro.
Since Kentucky, I've liked Jamal Murray, honestly.
I haven't liked him since the Game 7 when, I don't know, was it 2017, 2018? Against the Spurs, first round. The Nuggets beat the Spurs first round, and that was about the Spurs' last run.
It bothered you since?
It was just his face.
He's good, dude.
He's amazing.
I think he is super underrated.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And he's a huge
part of the
reason that they won.
I don't like
ring.
him.
I'm glad that he is getting some recognition.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, I've liked him since Kentucky.
And he's that type of guy where I feel like he's a Nugget for life.
Yeah,
so
he's a big.
I like that kind of.
And he's about 6'4". He can play the 1 and the 2. He can shoot the ball. He's athletic. He can take it to the hoop and finish. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
I've always kind of liked Jamal Murray. But I'm more excited for tomorrow night because that's going to be the main attraction for most of the year.
Man, I think I can find some footage on this. I want to pull it up if I can. But did you see how the Mavericks coach is trying to prepare for Wemby?
I did. Josh was telling me they had like 10-foot freaking
Wemby.
Dude, I mean, can you prepare for that? Like,
dude,
I watched videos on it.
These freaking pictures that we're seeing everywhere, it doesn't look real. These balls have been released and they're 5 feet away from the guy's hand, and he's making. I mean, this is a 3-pointer. This isn't a layup. This is a 3-pointer, and he's swatting it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna redefine the way we see defense played.
I mean,
at least by him.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say because nobody else is gonna be.
Nobody's gonna be able to play that way, but we're gonna see things on a nightly basis that we're just gonna be like, who's ever done that?
And San Antonio, if y'all don't get out every night and freaking blow the roof off that place, the Frost Center now. Did you know that? How are you going to do that? Because now I had the AT&T Center for my Spurs, AT&T Stadium for my Cowboys. I was waiting for it to be AT&T Ballpark.
You just want AT&T to buy your whole franchise?
Come on. Sponsor them.
That's AT&T family plan.
I got the AT&T family plan. This shit's $300 a month. Nah, we got the extra.
You gotta pay for those stadiums now.
Got them extra. Yeah. We gotta get them stadium upgrades. I thought that's why I was paying $400 a ticket, Jerry.
Now you gotta go open a Frost Bank account.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's how you get discounts on all of our products.
But no, I'm excited. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of primetime Spurs games. We're gonna be seeing a lot of Wemby. I'm here for it. People are gonna hate it. I love it. I find it hard to hate on anyone really that is young, successful, doing their thing, even if they play for a team I hate. Like, yeah, if you're young, I get it.
Dude, I can understand why people don't like, or, I hate whatever, Adolis Garcia.
I don't even hate him, but like if you're like, to me, that's like childish mindset type of thing. Like if you're a kid, I get that.
To hate him?
So yeah. If you're a kid, I get if you really like, because when I was a kid, I'm growing up a Spurs fan. I hated the Lakers. I hated Kobe Bryant. I hated Shaquille O'Neal. I hated Phil Jackson. I still hate Pau Gasol. You know how I talk about. I hated the Lakers, but as I got older and I was able to kind of appreciate their greatness individually, I was kind of able to sit back and be like, okay, I don't hate them. I just hate who they played for.
That's okay. Well, that's me, but like I still, like right now, I hate Jalen Hurts. But if I don't think
he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's a good quarterback.
Me neither, bro. I don't think he's.
But that's different from.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but okay. Well, maybe that wasn't the best example. I don't like wish injury.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if now with that being said, if somebody on one of my rivals' teams was injured, I'd be like, dang, that's kind of really beneficial. Thank goodness.
Nobody's pausing the season for Trayvon Diggs.
Exactly, bro. Like 100%. Exactly. So 100%. it's I don't wish it upon it, but if it happens, I may be like, that could help us.
100%.
Like just for instance, I mean, when Tony Romo was getting hurt every year after year, you don't think those fans were like, all right, at least we don't got to worry about the Cowboys now. That was the mindset, and that's it's some of them may have been wishing an injury. I don't know. Like there's a lot of evil.
Yeah, like I said, that just comes down to that childish mindset.
Yeah.
That some people carry over into adulthood. Like if you're passionately like hate somebody because of who they play for.
Exactly. I'm all for some trash talk.
Yeah.
And I'm not the best at it, man. Like I just I'm really not the best at trash talk. But for me, it's more just. Yeah, it's just the passion behind it. I get out there. I wasn't trash talking last night, but when the Rangers were hitting home runs, I'm jumping up and down and cheering for your team like crazy, bro. And I'm like, like it's weird. It's my first time ever being in a where I was cheering for the team that was the away team. Like I've been to like the Rockies game, and I saw them play the Giants last year, but. I wasn't cheering for either team.
You were just watching baseball.
I was just like, dude, and it was I got to see a walk off. It was pretty cool.
That was cool, yeah.
Yeah, but and man, the Coors Field is beautiful. Like I'm rooting for the Rockies. They're probably my second favorite team just because their field's awesome. But
yeah, and you can hit bombs.
Ooh, the air is so thin, baby. But anyways, why don't we talk a little bit. Before we get to basketball, because the thing is, guys, we're recording this. We're not to the point where we're doing a live podcast yet, and right now we'll just kind of keep y'all updated with what's going on. End of the first quarter, Nuggets are leading the Lakers 34-20. Who's leading the scoring over there?
Probably the usual guys. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it looks like LeBron's got 4, Jamal Murray's got 5, Reggie Jackson's got 5. We were supposed to have him. The Spurs had him.
Yeah, you see LeBron dishing more than he's probably.
That's what we're expecting this year.
Yeah, you see him 2 rebounds,
Anthony
2
Davis
assists.
has 6.
Yeah, probably those coming from LeBron. He likes to try to get AD going early, and you would love for AD to have a good start to the season. I like this team that the Lakers have bringing back their guys from last conference finals run. I think another year together. I think they're just a lot deeper. I think it's one of the deeper teams LeBron has had. He doesn't have to do everything every night.
Yeah, and we've learned he can't anymore. He's still a great player.
He shouldn't have to.
He should have never had to.
AD is. How old is Anthony? I want to say Anthony Davis 29, 30 years old. 30. Anthony Davis is 30. He should be the leader of this team. He should be the best player on this team. Easily. LeBron's almost 40 years old. Almost 10 years older than Anthony Davis, and he's being outplayed by him.
Well,
every year.
I mean, I don't think that's ever going to change. LeBron will. He's the he's not necessarily like the a Kobe mentality type of guy.
He doesn't want to be
right.
LeBron right now wants AD to take that step and be the guy.
You don't think that LeBron still wants to be king?
No, I think that LeBron at this point in his career is perfectly content and solidified in his mind where he's at, and that he doesn't have a problem being the second best player on a roster that makes the playoffs, because once the playoffs hit, he's going to turn into LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I don't know when that'll end. It hasn't yet.
And I feel like LeBron's the type of guy to know when that's kind of it, and I feel like he'll walk out not a bum.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll kind of go out and we'll be like, you know what, that's a pretty damn good season from 40-something-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're never. I don't think there's going to be a point in LeBron's playing career. If he's playing basketball, I don't think we're ever going to say, yeah, he should probably retire.
Yeah.
But he will retire before we get to that point.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's one of those. He's not a hanger-on type of guy. No, he's not. If he can't give everything he's got, at least when it matters the most, or if he's not competing for championships, he's not going to want to be a part of it. Which, I mean, you put that much time into it. I mean, you got to respect that at that point.
Yeah. So real quick, before we move on from basketball for the moment, because we'll keep it pretty short tonight, guys. What do you think about, obviously the Suns now, we just found out 30 minutes ago or so that they're going to be without Bradley Beal. What do you think about this game tonight? Are you still, I mean, obviously it's still going to be exciting.
Both new players for both teams. You got Chris Paul debuting with the Warriors. Bradley Beal would be, like you say, he's out tonight. I'm not expecting a ton. I mean, obviously Steph Curry is gonna be Steph Curry. Klay Thompson will be Klay Thompson.
Yeah, give me the Warriors in this game. The Warriors gonna be doing Warriors. Book will be thing.
Book. Yeah. It'll come down to the new guys, how well they've meshed, and I mean, it's the beginning of the season. Nothing that we see today will tell us what's gonna happen at the end of the year. So I won't read too much into it, but hopefully as we get some good basketball we get some good debuts from these new players on their new teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's get right to it, man. I don't think anybody will frown away from talking some football. Real quick, just what was cool, for those of you that are, I guess, Ranger fans, and there's probably some of y'all that remember this, but back in the 2010, 2011, the back-to-back, World Series runs where we lost 2 years in a row, we had this deal where the claw, is when they get like a double or something. It, kind of is like a high five, but with the claw. And then they steal a base, it would resemble resemble a deer. They would do this into, So I was wearing that shirt last night, and I was blown away at how many people, Astros fans, that were coming up to me like, man, I hadn't seen the claw in so long. Like,
really?
I mean, it was really, kind of cool. Yeah. And
that's interesting.
It was, it just, that was one of those times where I'm just like, man, I love sports. I freaking love sports.
I mean, yeah. And like, it's kind of like we say, when you're adults, like you say, like you're passionate, you're rooting for your team. At the end of the day, like it's not anything deeper than that. And
right.
It's respect on both sides. You have your jabs and your little
exactly.
That, but
we had
it's all
there was a couple people. Obviously when we moved down to the field, and this is the last thing I'll say about it. When we moved down to the field, there was some people chirping like,
but I mean, if there's room, you gotta make that move.
They would. Do
I don't
the same
care
thing.
if I was there, I still would have made that move.
Absolutely.
Like. I was going for the Astros. I'm not from Houston. I'm not like a diehard Astros fan. I just started kind of paying attention to baseball this year. So it's not like a huge crush to me.
It don't matter, bro. That's your team. That's your team.
But still, like I would, like even if I was like that, would just the experience that would have been cool.
Yeah.
To go down, because I mean that's right before the World Series.
Right.
Like, that's not.
Like
small.
Like I've watched it happen 3 times now in my life. The Rangers two times in my life where the Rangers celebrated to go to the World Series on TV. And I just never thought in my life I would be sitting 50 feet away from that. Like, because it happened. They were, that last out was Simeon to Nate Lowe for it was right at first base. So that's where the celebration happened. And I was like, bro, they're going to do the post game. We got to get by A-Rod and all them.
So I know you were busy last night with the Rangers and Astros, but there was another game on that wasn't the Phillies and Diamondbacks. It was football.
I heard about this one. I heard it was pretty entertaining.
Niners at Vikings. I chose to watch this game pretty quickly. Pretty quickly into the pretty quick. Pretty quick. I chose to watch the third
out or so.
Yeah, maybe like the top of the first. I might have decided or something, but I don't know. Can't remember specifics. But
you probably made a good decision.
yeah, I think so. I was kind of upset because, like, even if the Astros lost, I was just hoping for a close, good game. Just something good to watch while I was at work.
I can't.
I don't know. I understand. For Rangers fans, you can't. There's no bad way that could have gone. A close win or a lopsided. There's no.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's only
not fun.
There's only one bad way. But yeah, I mean,
there's no not fun way if you win that it could have gone. Right?
I guess that. If it's a close, all right, yeah. You know what?
I'm talking about as a baseball fan.
Let's get to football because I could talk baseball all night right now.
You're right. My bad. But I was kind of upset because that game got a little out of hand, and then I was like, the Niners are probably just going to go in and steamroll the Vikings. They'll go to 2-5. Well, should Kirk Cousins be traded? This, that, and the other. And then as I'm watching this game unfold, Kirk Cousins just makes throw after throw after throw till all of a sudden, I mean, he had a pick on the first drive, maybe the third play, that Charvarius Ward just kind of stole out of Jordan Addison's hands. But other than that, Kirk Cousins goes off for 378 and 2 touchdowns, both of them to Jordan Addison, who kind of had a coming out party with
123, huh?
123, wow. 2 touchdowns, and he actually got Charvarius Ward back because there was they kind of had another fight for the ball where Addison just ripped it away and took it for a 60-yard score.
Yeah,
that kind of really put the Vikings up. This was a great game, back and forth. Kirk Cousins was playing out of his mind after that first pick. They were insane on third down. They just kept converting. It was crazy. Every time it was third down. It didn't matter, third and short, third and long, third and forever. They would find a way to convert. I think they were like at some point 7 for 10 on third downs.
So
the Niners.
Is it time to compare Kirk Cousins to Tony Romo?
I think Kirk Cousins and Troy Aikman said this on the broadcast last night. He was like, I think without a doubt, Kirk Cousins solidified himself as a top 10 QB tonight. Like, that was like, he played phenomenally. And I know Kirk kind of gets that Dak comparison where they have their good games and they have their bad games.
Dak has been told that he's in the top 10 conversation too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, that they're kind of like similar in their comparisons.
Bro, who else around the league has for 7 years consistently put their team in the conversation to
make the playoffs? Yeah.
And then
every year you have a chance to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Every now and then they're being talked about as a Super Bowl contender.
Guy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, not a lot of teams ever do.
Yeah.
We've 100%. Had a Tom Brady. We've had a Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah, they only come around once in a generation.
How many guys really freaking win multiple championships? It's not a lot.
100%, but those guys that do, man, they just come in and they just dominate the league.
And then we have Russell Wilson who's done it, and why?
Yeah, I don't know. But that game last night, it was phenomenal. The Niners got the ball back actually at the 40 with under a minute left, down 5.
Brock Purdy.
After
the king.
After
Brock
they
Purdy.
missed a field goal. After the Vikings missed a field goal, and I thought, oh, great. Here we go. They're going to go down the field real quick, score a touchdown, and the Vikings are going to lose another close one. And Brock he completes his first 1 or 2 for sure. They're moving, and then he just sails one, and it's picked off. and that ended the game right there. And not a great, I mean, completion-wise and yards-wise, 21 for 30, 272, but 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Not a great stat line for Purdy in his second straight loss in the regular season, both back-to-back now. And this just throws the whole NFC playoff picture up in the air now, and it throws the Cowboys right back into the thick of a top 2, potentially top seed.
Right.
Which is massive. This was a huge game in terms of playoff standings. I know it's still early.
So that that is a hell of an upset, right?
Yeah,
but
100%.
I don't think it's the biggest upset of the week.
What upset do you think was the biggest?
How do you feel about the Patriots? And like I said, man,
you say you didn't, dude. That game, the ending of that. So
the Patriots beat the Bills.
Yeah, they did. They did, but the Patriots were destroying the Bills by about 10 to 13 points, and then all of a sudden, in the last 5 minutes, Josh Allen went nuts. And they dropped a couple touchdowns and took the lead, and all of a sudden, like, it was a crazy game, and it came down to the last possession. But obviously, Mac Jones and them came through and they won.
Yeah, I mean, but how?
Yeah, that's the thing is,
like, this is the thing. I don't know how the Bills can be this type of team. They kind of remind me of the Rangers, just in a shorter scale of the NFL. How streaky they can be from week to week. They're like, look unbelievable. Now we started to learn that the Dolphins aren't what we thought they were.
Yeah,
they are not who we thought they were.
Well, I was always kind of unsure about their defense. I know they got the offense. But it's really the defense that I was most worried about. I know they can put up points, but can they stop people from putting up points?
I'm not gonna take away from the Eagles here.
Yeah. No, the Eagles played great. Yeah, it was sad to watch.
But I'm sitting here looking at the scores, and I've also seen the opponents that the Dolphins have beat this year just are not very strong. Their strength of schedule is probably, if not the very weakest in the NFL.
Yeah.
Up to this point, I think you're looking at 1 or 2 win teams across the board. So.
Yeah, we could be seeing
the Patriots beating the Bills. I got to say that's got to be the biggest upset of the week.
Yep.
Other
than the Vikings beating the Niners.
And then the upsetting performance of the week has to be the Lions. They're putting up 6 points against the Ravens.
Just did not show up. I mean, the Ravens did on both sides. It was a complete domination. I mean, I was watching Red Zone Sunday, and it seemed like every time I turned around, the Ravens were in the red zone, just living. And
yeah,
I didn't think that the Lions would get held scoreless, but wow.
Yeah,
not scoreless, but touchdownless, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was insane to see that. So, I mean, that pretty much wraps up what I can talk about from this past NFL week. Obviously, I want to get to this next week, and it goes right back to the Bills and the Buccaneers. So,
Bills coming back, quick turnaround after the tough loss.
Thursday night football, and I think that's probably the best thing the Bills can get is a quick turnaround. Forget about it and let's go play football.
Yeah, but man, those Bucs. I've been a fan of Baker this year. He's played well. I mean, obviously, if you get Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, things might be a little easier for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mike Evans has continued to ball out this year. They got a chance to upset those. I mean, 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Yeah. I mean, he's on his way to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's got the ring now. I mean, he doesn't really need much else.
Engraved.
So I think he's solidified.
Yeah.
back from the Johnny football days.
Oh, sheesh.
Crazy.
I mean,
right?
yeah, and
He is. They played that. They played together.
yeah,
It's
I
crazy
love
to
it.
think.
I know,
He
man.
was great back then too.
And you know, I
He
mean,
was huge for Johnny back then.
yeah, I don't want to like give Johnny's credit to him solely.
No, of course not. No, Johnny was phenomenal. in
Yeah,
college,
I mean, he was great for Johnny, but he's great for every freaking quarterback.
100%.
He's great for Baker.
He elevates, and
Yeah.
that's kind of rare. It's to get a guy that can elevate your QB's play. It's more you like it the other way around. But yeah, I mean, when you think about a guy like Devontae Adams,
Yeah.
him, you think about guys that can elevate their QBs, and if you have a great QB, then it's even more insane.
I'm taking the Bills on a blowout victory this week.
You think it's going to be a blowout?
Because of the fact that they're so streaky. They just had a horrible performance, and I think they're going to come back at home. And the Buccaneers going up north. What's the weather looking like up there? I mean, that plays a factor this time of year.
Yeah, I think this could be a low-scoring affair.
55. It ain't bad.
No, not too bad. No, I think not. Yeah, it's only October.
You're right. So, but I'm going to take the Bills on.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I'll take the Bills too. I think it's going to be a close game though.
In terms of a blowout, I'm going to say I'm taking the spread. I'm taking at least 10.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close one.
For sure. Well, I mean, let's get right back to the. I'm going to go straight to the Rams and Cowboys because I want to get to it. It's been a week since the Cowboys played, and I'm excited.
Big game, huge.
We're playing
game.
at home.
Huge
Cowboys
game.
Playing at home.
Must win.
It's always a must win.
Yeah, but especially after the Niners lose.
Yeah.
The Eagles have slipped a little, 6-1. You got to stay on their tails.
Yeah, you pull within a game right now.
Pull within a game, and then you hope that those division games go your way, and you can find a way into that number one spot.
You're playing an opponent that your team is better than. So, or we all know the Cowboys are favored in this game.
Nakua has been balling. He was insane again last week for them. That's the only guy I'm really worried about. Maybe Cooper Kupp.
They're gonna,
but
it's not gonna be a shutout.
Aaron Donald, not a bum still. I don't know.
The Rams have been competitive all year.
It'll be competitive, but I think the Cowboys can handle them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna sit here and say that the Cowboys are gonna win in a blowout fashion, but I will say that I will take them in a comfortable victory. Give me them by 7. I'll take the spread. You want to go? Where you want to go next?
I think we stick in the division.
Okay.
Eagles Commanders. We just saw the Giants beat the Eagles last week, 14-7. Terrible performance from the Commanders.
Yeah.
But I wasn't mad because it obviously helps the division, right? Because the Giants have a worse record. If they get that win, that just helps us, right? So what I'm hoping for here is that the Commanders can play upset on the Eagles in this week now, have their own little upset. Division rivals, you just never know how a division game can go.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter what the record is.
I agree with you.
You get up for those games.
I agree with you because we just saw it last week. Mm-hmm. The Giants
the Pats got up for the Bills too. We just saw this weekend. They got up for them. They haven't gotten up all year.
It doesn't matter.
They haven't put up. They've been getting shut out 3 points, and all of a sudden the Bills come to town and they're dropping 30 bombs. Come on!
I'm telling you.
What are we doing?
I'm telling you.
They get up for division games. Players it's like almost playoff type atmosphere.
Exactly, and the Commanders, they're playing at home. They have the tools on defense to disrupt.
100%.
So I think that it's a competitive game regardless. It's a division game. We're not going to see a lot of 40-3 division games like we saw with the Giants and Cowboys.
No.
Next month or in a couple of weeks when the Giants and Cowboys play,
it'll be closer.
It's going to be a lot closer. Yeah. We're not. I don't care if Daniel Jones is playing.
17 type of affair, but it'll still be a win. But yeah, it won't be a massive, record-setting blowout type of thing. Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna take the Eagles. I'm gonna hope for the Commanders to do something crazy, but I'll take the Eagles. just because they're better, obviously. I
Yeah.
need the Eagles to lose somewhere, you know. I need somebody that's not supposed to beat the Eagles.
I'm trying to search for a way that's possible, but I'm not seeing it here.
Yeah, and I hate the thing I hate the most is when it comes down to us having to do that ourselves.
Yeah,
because we're our own
Dak
biggest
doesn't
problem.
freaking show up in the big games.
We're just our own biggest problem.
He needs to show up in the big game. If he can do that at least twice this year. Exactly. At least twice.
You can't show up, send Tom Brady off in the sunset, and then shit the bed the next week versus 49. Like,
yeah, no. I mean twice in a row. Yeah. Because they have the Chiefs coming up.
Yeah.
You know, they have some big games coming up.
You have to prove that you can go in the playoffs and perform week after week after, because you can't have, very, very rarely can you have an off night in the playoffs, because that's all these teams, they're so focused. Week to week, they prepare, they look, they watch film, but after that's gone, like they're out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? So they're on to the next opponent. They're completely done and over with you. But when it's playoffs, you have 2 weeks at least where you're gearing up and thinking, unless you're playing the wild card, but you still got at least a week to gear up for these opponents that you might have faced in the regular season, especially if it's a division opponent. You already faced them twice. I mean, it can get crazy.
Here's something we're not talking about.
What's that?
AJ Brown could possibly break. He has 809 yards this year receiving through 7 games.
That can't be right. That gotta be a typo. We'll just assume it's a typo. That's crazy if he does. But
he could break on Jay Johnson or Calvin Johnson's record.
Yeah, but you get an extra game, so
yeah,
no, it doesn't count in my book.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's do a CD.
Let's avoid this further.
Yeah, do that record talk out here. Oh my God. Anyways, we'll hope for a Commanders win, and we'll expect an Eagles win for me. What do you think? I know you said you think it'd be close, but what do you think? Who do you think pulls this one out?
I mean, who do I think? This is
I know
where
who you want to win.
I know, but no, I don't want anybody to win. I want them to tie.
Oh,
you know what?
What the? Why did I? Why is it? Why have I never? Why have we?
All right.
I just wish I could tie.
It's gonna be a tie.
I just wish no one could win. Wait a minute.
That's a possibility.
That's the thing. Those happen. Yes.
All right.
Ties for the rest of the year would be sick.
Yeah, y'all just stay flat.
Yes, y'all just, whatever y'all do, let the other team do it. If y'all don't want to do nothing, then don't do nothing.
Double down.
Yes.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go.
It's fine. You hate to do it, but you have to do it.
I'm trying to picture it. Hold on.
Trying to see it.
I'm seeing it. Hold on, Sam Howell. Wow.
On the field.
Holy crap.
What was that, Terry McLaurin?
Oh my God, Terry.
100
Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
We're going the wrong way.
All right, guys. Why not? Commanders. I'll take the L if I have to. And it's become competitive off and on.
At Miami, big game from the Patriots last week.
Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I take the Dolphins.
You got to take the Dolphins in this one. Let's go to the New York teams.
Old battle for New York with 2 terrible quarterbacks. I'm just gonna pick the Jets because I want them to win.
I'm picking the Jets too.
And I want Aaron Rodgers to come back this season.
Dude, why is that still a talk? I don't understand how that's possible.
Have you seen any of the? I watched
Yes,
some of the
I've
interviews
seen, dude.
on the Pat McAfee show and stuff that where they talk, and I mean, yeah, it's crazy. But from what I understand, he's not the first person that has gotten this, or that's like apparently the type of walking he was doing with the shoe, it's putting less stress on your Achilles. So you're kind of walking at a elevation, like you're like on the front of your
Okay,
foot.
so how is he gonna go play football?
No, I'm not saying that, but this is just part of the healing process.
I know,
but
I don't think he's playing this season.
I don't know, man. I think he won't be 100%. Not a chance.
So why?
But if he can get up to 80% and they got a chance to make the playoffs,
and blow your Achilles out again?
but if you don't, you got Aaron Rodgers instead of Zach Wilson. No?
Go to the Cowboys next year.
Blow it there. Fuck it.
Yeah, go blow it to the Cowboys. Let's go to the New York teams.
Old battle for New York with two terrible quarterbacks. I'm just gonna pick the Jets because I want them to
I'm
win.
picking the Jets too.
And I want Aaron Rodgers to come back this season.
Dude, why is that still a talk? I don't understand how that's possible.
Have you seen any of the? I watched some of the
I've
interviews
seen, dude.
on the Pat McAfee show and stuff that where they talk, and I mean, yeah, it's crazy. But from what I understand, he's not the first person that has gotten this, or that's like apparently the type of walking he was doing with the shoe, it's putting less stress on your Achilles. So you're kind of walking at a elevation, like you're like on the front of your foot.
So how is he gonna go play football?
No, I'm not saying that, but this is just part of the healing process.
I know,
but
I don't think he's playing this season.
I don't know, man. I think he won't be 100%. Not a chance.
So why?
But if he can get up to 80% and they got a chance to make the playoffs,
and blow your Achilles out again?
but if you don't, you got Aaron Rodgers instead of Zach Wilson. No?
Go to the Cowboys next year.
Blow it there. Fuck it.
Yeah, go blow it to the Cowboys. All right. Yeah, give me the Jets. Anyways, you got anything that you want to pick out, or
we'll go Falcons Titans? We'll just pick one. I don't care. In Tennessee, I still like the Falcons. They're playing better this year. Tannehill has been terrible. I
like Bijan. I like Ritter.
Love Bijan. Undecided on Ritter still.
I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna lead them to a playoff spot, but damn, they're 4-3, bro.
Yeah, I still think he can play them out of games too.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said a couple weeks ago, this is his first time ever, really.
You gotta have those growing pains.
He didn't have nobody but a Marcus Mariota. He had a backup quarterback to learn from.
No, that's real. No, that's a huge point. But it matters who you learn from, for sure. What you learn, when you learn it, how you learn it.
And in that situation, I'm going to take the Titans at home.
I don't like it. But I just don't like how their QB play.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
I just don't understand.
They don't have a QB. But like they've drafted 2 QBs in the last 2 years, and they don't want to play any of them.
I know.
Like Tannehill's still their best option.
I'm sleeping on it. I don't understand.
I know. I get it. But like, you got your pick. Take your pick.
Yeah, no, I'm taking Titans at home just because it's the NFL, and the NFL's weird, and the Falcons are gonna
really have to show up.
Yeah, and then, well, I mean, they have Derrick Henry still, so it's
and I'm not saying Derrick Henry's playing bad this year, but he's not. Leading them to victories.
No, I know. I want to talk Texans Panthers because the Panthers are searching for that first one. They want it bad.
Yeah, I mean, give me the Texans.
They're scratching and clawing though. They're Panther.
Yeah.
It's 2 rookie quarterbacks. It's pick one, pick 2.
Yes. CJ Stroud's looking like the better QB right now. I don't know if that's just the better head coach, better coaching overall, better roster, but he just looks better. And obviously the record shows that too. I don't think he had his first pick until a few weeks into the season.
Oh, he pulled a little Dak, did he?
Yeah.
9 touchdowns, 1 interception.
He's been very good for them.
But it's Bryce Young versus C.J. Stroud. I
think C.J. Stroud wins this one also. The Panthers just don't have enough right now to make noise. No. I mean, 0-6, that kind of is pretty telling.
Yeah, I hate to see it, but I mean, not really like
back-to-back number 1 picks for the Panthers. Well,
give me the Texans.
They sold the farm too, so the Bears are probably going to have the number 1 pick.
Right.
So they're not even going to get their top. Yeah. So they need to win. Yeah, I don't know. They're screwed.
Yeah, the Bears are looking nice.
Bears are looking mighty nice.
Whoa.
Maybe we'll just go get that.
And and they got that D2 quarterback that just went crazy this past week.
Yeah, maybe we'll move on from Fields, go get that guy from USC.
What was his name though? Nah, they just got that, bro.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
He looked pretty good. I saw that is the one. I don't know. Don't ask me why, but that is the one highlight that I have seen all week from this past Sunday. Yeah, I know.
There was a crazy catch in that Seahawks-Rams game by some Seahawks. Bobo, I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
Wild catch.
Really? You want to go to I mean, this one's just enticing me because the Jaguars can't find that consistency. And they're going to Pittsburgh.
Steelers rattling off a couple W's.
They are at 4-2. How?
Yeah, I did not think that was their record when I looked at it. But yeah, not bad.
Good job, guys. Props.
When you think about Mike Tomlin, you also think never had a losing season. So
that's not true.
Okay.
Right?
No, I don't think so. I think that's true. You can look at. I mean, he might have had 500 seasons, but I don't think he's had a losing season. Even last year, I think they went 9-8 or something like that. 8-1.
If that's true, that is freaking incredible.
It is incredible. Yeah, I want to say that's a true stat, and I'm not just pulling that.
Regardless. Regardless, he's a legendary coach.
Yeah, I mean, that just kind of to me shows because all I've heard is how terrible the Steelers are this year.
Yeah, I'm just going back. They beat the Browns. They beat the Raiders. They lost the Texans by 24. They beat the Ravens.
That's a good team.
They beat the Rams. So, are you going to take the Steelers?
No. I still think Trevor Lawrence is better than.
So the Jags going to be 6-2?
Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is better than Kenny Pickett.
Absolutely.
I think the
Steelers belong at 4-2.
Steelers have a really good defense is their thing. They got T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick,
right? Alex
Highsmith, Cam Hayward.
Yeah,
they got some dogs. Joey Porter Jr. They got some dogs, but I think the Jaguars can pull off a close win still in Pittsburgh. But it's gonna be tough. It will not be easy. It'll be tough. Be low scoring. It might be 20-17 type of game.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Give me the Jags.
Yeah,
just like the spread says. 2.5. They're really they're trying to save their money there in Vegas. I guess all we have left is either let's go Vikings Packers.
Vikings getting some extra rest coming off their huge win versus the Niners. I don't know if they're going to have Justin back yet. He was still out.
No, he will not be back.
He's still going to be out. Yeah, but you got to love what you're seeing from Jordan Addison. The Packers are at 2-4. The Vikings, they're trying to get rolling. 4 losses is not the end of your season. They can still make a run and make the playoffs if they can turn it around. Obviously, last year they won all these close games. Now they're just on the losing end of these close games. So if they can turn it around and right the ship, and I think that big part of starting that was last week versus the Niners with Kirk Cousins just going bananas without Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison kind of having his coming out party. I mean, they could turn into a two-headed monster for sure.
The Vikings are winning this game, 100%.
I like the Vikings in this game too. Yeah, I'll take the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. They are on a roll. They're like, I agree with everything you said.
I know you didn't watch the game, but you got you.
Yeah, no, I mean highlights. I was just looking at you know.
If you look at the third down stats,
it doesn't matter, bro, because I just watched the Cowboys try to play that defense,
and they couldn't do anything.
Nothing, bro. It looked like
unbeatable.
A college team playing. I mean, Fred Warner looked like he was just murdering everybody.
Yeah, and he was all over the place still. But I mean,
I know. And I didn't. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but still, they
took it to him,
competed and won 100%. The game.
It was a way better game than I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to just kind of roll over.
You beat the freaking 49ers. I'm going. You got
with my respect. Yeah.
Colts and the Saints. Give me the Saints.
Colts lose a tough one.
I know.
A tough one
against the Browns. I saw it. 39-38, dude.
From Gardner.
I love Gardner.
I took them too. I took the Colts in that one, and they barely lost it. I don't know. Olave got arrested today.
I did not see
going
that.
70-35. So he'll probably be fine for this Sunday, but he did get arrested for that.
Okay, I mean, cool.
So who knows if he'll play or not? It may come from the league. Play. It may come from the team. Nothing may come of it at all.
I mean,
you just never know, right? With
but guys,
how
come
things
on,
go.
Man. Like with the way things have gone in the past few years, I'm not gonna bring up any instances.
Of course, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's not in attendance or suited up for Sunday's game, which could be huge for the Saints. But if he is there, then obviously it won't matter that much for them as far as their offense goes.
Yeah.
But that is something to monitor going into the weekend.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I saw that today. I like the Colts. I still like the Colts again this week. I feel like Gardner Minshew is just almost starting caliber, man. He's a great placeholder. Anthony Richardson out for the season, so he's going to be the guy for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I like Gardner.
What? Yeah, I just don't know I just haven't seen it from the Saints this year.
I just respect for some reason Derek Carr enough to win games when I don't think he can, he wins them, and then when he has to win them, he just does not. But I don't know. I'm just gonna say Saints. I'm gonna ride with the Saints.
I mean, they're competing for their division lead right now. You got the 3-3 Bucks. This is a big game for them, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can move into the second half.
We're moving into that, dude.
We can talk Browns, Seahawks, both coming off W's.
4-2.
Seahawks, 4-2. Seahawks beating the Rams at home. I can't remember.
The Seahawks and Rams?
Yeah, Seahawks beat the Rams.
Well, we already knew what the Browns did.
And the Browns, obviously, the last second win versus the Colts.
The Seahawks actually just beat the Cardinals.
That's right. They
20 to 10
Cardinals,
at home.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the week before. Okay. So Seahawks take care of business at home versus the Cardinals, division opponent. You never know how those go. So they take care of business, move to 4-2. I'm hearing questions about Geno, but also Deshaun. He went out with concussion protocol after slamming his head.
He hasn't played.
He didn't finish the game. He got cleared, but they kept the backup in.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he didn't. Okay.
So they didn't. They consciously didn't put him back in the game. So I don't know if that was the medical team saying, "Yeah, we know you're clear, but these symptoms, sometimes they don't show up," or if they were just like, "You know what, we're gonna go with the other guy."
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely a talking point on the broadcast of we see Deshaun standing there on the sideline. Why isn't he going in? They're sticking with the backup.
Yeah.
But they get the W, so it doesn't really matter there. So he's questionable for this week with the concussion protocol. Myles Garrett been insane this season. In Seattle, don't know if Deshaun's playing. You got Kareem Hunt. I could see the Seahawks winning a close one only because this is at home.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
The Browns are really good.
I know, but just because of the fact, well, you know what? I think that Deshaun's going to play. So it's really contingent on that. So if I can get that leeway, I know it is, man. But
they're great.
That's why I'm saying
great team and
if
great
they
defense.
don't have Deshaun, they are not winning this game.
So you got them kind of squeaking by with Deshaun, but without him, it's not really even.
It's a close game with Deshaun.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that.
They could lose, but I'm going to take Deshaun and the Browns just because they're just fighting, man. And they have freaking Myles Garrett on the other side. It's kind of like having Michael Parsons.
Or Aaron Donald type of
or Aaron Donald. It's just having
Watt
freaking
or Nick Bosa.
You have that playmaker.
You have that guy on your end, and they don't.
Yeah.
I understand that 100%.
So, I can't name that guy for the Seahawks.
On the defense, yeah. I mean, you think of Tariq Woolen,
right?
You think,
but I don't put them in that same category.
Yeah, you're not putting secondary.
Exactly.
They're not impacting every single play.
So yeah,
potentially. Come on, Bengals.
And they're coming to life just like they always do. Like is this the new trend? We're just now the Vikings are following trend. We're just gonna start off real bad.
Yeah, I mean that can't last forever. But man,
we say that, but damn,
here it is.
Again,
I would love. I mean, it's in San Fran, coming off 2 straight losses. You know the Niners are gonna be pissed. How's Christian? How's Trent?
Debo's not there.
Debo's not there.
He's
still got Ayuk. They're run team first, really, anyways. But that's still a big part of their game plan.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's been a little shaky last couple of starts for the first time.
He ain't look so purdy.
Not looking so purdy. They need to put Chuba Purdy in there. Have you seen his little brother? Chuba Purdy. That's a real person.
Nah.
I think he plays for Nebraska or something like that.
Nah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, Chuba Purdy, quarterback. But
in Nebraska.
Wishful thinking. I hope the Bengals go in there and destroy them.
Give me the Niners. I'm serious.
Practical thinking.
No, dude. Coming off 2 losses. It's a good team. I don't see them losing 3 in a row. It's just like analytics there, I guess. At that point, give me the Niners at home.
Ooh, moving to Sunday night battle over the mids, huh? A little mid off.
Nah, dog. That ain't no mid off. Give me the Chargers in pretty much dominating fashion.
Really, even after
yeah.
How you feel about that guy that they got, the Bears, that quarterback?
His name is Tyson Bagnet. Tyson Bagnet was 21 for 29 for 162 yards and a touchdown. But he's an undrafted D2 college student.
Wow. Yeah, the Chargers should win this game. But man, I
gotta root for the kid, man.
So unsure about Kellen Moore.
Yeah,
his ability.
Yeah, we gotta talk. We gotta talk Chargers. That team should win this game in dominating fashion. But you gotta root for the kid, like I said, with the Bears.
And Kellen Moore could keep the Bears in this game.
You really like hold him that liable for this? What we're seeing, you not their head coach. Brian Staley or whatever his name is.
Because you saw it last year with the Cowboys. You have 2-3 touchdown leads, and then you're still throwing the ball. All of a sudden, it's a game again. You get 3 and out. The other team scores. All of a sudden, you're having to make game-winning drives, kick game-winning field goals, make the defense make game-winning plays. because you want to keep taking shots.
Give me
You're seeing it.
Give me the Chargers, bro.
Yeah, and I still think that they're better and they should win. But you're seeing it there too with a team that's not as complete as the Cowboys, that can't overcome those types of bad calls. Kind of. I mean, this is not nobody said at the beginning of the season, I expect the Chargers to start 2-4.
No. Hell no.
Nobody.
No, I thought 4-2, to be honest. With 100%. One of those losses coming to the Cowboys.
And I feel like that's another one that's where you're playing against. That's Mike McCarthy versus Kellen Moore, right? That's not the Cowboys versus Chargers. That's Mike McCarthy versus
kind of a snooze fest.
Yeah, very. But the Chargers could have won that game too. They were in it, but I like our play caller more than theirs. I'll say that.
So, who are you picking in that game?
Chargers. But Kellen Moore can keep the Bears in it if that who you said that D2 guy is making plays.
Tyson.
If 50 Tyson is out there making plays.
So, are the Lions gonna bounce back big this week? They're gonna shut down the Raiders, or
I think they bounce back. They gotta be pissed after last week. They got absolutely embarrassed.
I mean, a little bit of Cowboys and 49ers formula there. You know, you get beat and you got to bounce back. You have to bounce back. So
bad.
Let me say this. Give me the Lions. They're gonna win the game. They'll be 6-2, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, take the Lions. Yeah,
I like the Lions.
Yeah,
I like Dave Campbell. I love Dave Campbell. That dude's that dude is inspiring as hell. So, anyways, yeah. I mean that's the Lions. I'm gonna take the Lions.
So looking ahead to Week 9, Thursday night, just in case we aren't able to get to it any sooner. Steelers, Titans in Pittsburgh. So looking forward to next week, next Thursday at least, just in case we don't get to it. Titans at Steelers. You have the Titans winning this week and the Steelers losing. I have the Titans losing and the Steelers. I still think, even if the Steelers lose this week, I still think they're better than the Titans at home. So go ahead and give me the Steelers over the Titans.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on this one. I mean, the Titans have not looked well on the road. And
or at home.
Little more so at home. Yeah. They're like 2-1 at home, or 0-3 on the road this year, and it's been pretty ugly. So I think it's, I don't know. I think it'll be a close game.
I'm a little sad. I'm gonna be in Nashville that week, but it's gonna be in Pittsburgh.
All right, guys, that about does it, man. We dove into next week too, just to seem prepared.
Just a little taste,
you know.
Get a little.
You know how it is. It's a busy. We got busy schedules. Schedules is busy. Pretty recently, you know, we've been moving up in the world.
People be tired.
Yeah, and then eyes be sleepy. So we're gonna keep doing this, and we appreciate any kind of support we can get. We want the shares, we want the likes. We're not asking for you to sponsor us. We're looking for just
some support.
Just you to enjoy our content,
just
man.
Watch it, like it, share it, whatever you feel like doing.
We have the most fun doing this. We get to talk about sports, and I don't care if one person views it. I don't care if nobody views it. We're still going to keep doing it and doing the same thing over and over again because it just keeps getting more fun every week. 100%. So I appreciate it all, and we'll be back. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Come on. This is Everyday Take 365. My name is Kyle.
I'm Brad.
We out.
Subscribe and put it down in the comments. If you like it, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit the big thumbs up. And comment below if you like this video. Bye.
You heard me.